What's happening? So I've never done this before, but after all your great suggestions, because I needed it for the Accelgor deck, I spent the morning, tried to make it better, used all your tips and tricks that you were given, changed it up, and it is so much better. So let's go to the new deck list. So we talked yesterday about what all the different Pokemon and everything do, and you guys gave me a bunch of suggestions. Here's the changes I made. First, we added a Mimikyu to block anything from attacking that has an EX and a rule box. That's really the only Pokemon that changed. But as for all the trainers, first, I went with the Precious Trolley as the A-Spec. Definitely want to go second. And because of that, I didn't put one, I put two Evos because it is so important. If we can get a Pokemon down, get a Dunsparce already ready to go, plus our Accelgor, then all we got to do is find a Crispin on turn 2. I went down from 2 Super Routes down to 1 and added in 2 Night Stretchers to get back Pecharunt and Mimikyu if they're able to knock them out. Yes, if they did it once, they could probably do it again, but it is difficult for them to do it. I went from 2 rare candy down to 1 because we do have the TM Evo and we can always use Larvitar into Pupitar, which then makes Tyranitar ready to go on turn 2. And one big thing that you guys pointed out was the fact that I was playing for Arvin, no tools. Well, we added a bunch. We added Counter Gain in case we're down, because we're most likely going to be down. If we're going second, we got a bunch of one prizers there. They're probably going to take at least 1 card. I put in 1 rescue board, use it sparingly because you only get 1, and we can attach it to either Mimikyu or Pecharunt, so we can do that loop around and around again with Accelgor. And of course, I put in the Big Air Balloon. Totally forgot about this card. I used to use it when I played Magnezone EX. Haven't used it since, but it is perfect for the Tyranitar, so we can come out at any point from the active and come up with a Accelgor or Mew or Pecharunt. So here's the new list. I played 4 games instead of 3. Now I put game 4 first, but then I went 1, 2, 3 after that, just so you can see what happened. Only because it was such an entertaining game going back and forth with this deck. Not that they all weren't entertaining, but this one especially. So thank you everyone for all the tips you gave. I think this is absolutely awesome and can actually compete against the meta decks. Confusion and Poison are ridiculous. And I even attacked with Pecharunt to lock anything I wanted in the active with the jungle down and just kept taking prizes that way. Now that doesn't happen all the time, but if you want to trap something in the active and they have no switches, it's over. So after you watch the video, make sure you check out the Damage Counter podcast on my other channel, where we're going to drop a video every Monday. On Monday's video, I showed you what I brought to Atlanta, why I put every card in that I chose to play, among other topics in the Pokemon community. So enough about that, and let's see this deck in action. All right, opponent's turn. Oh, this would be bad if they attach and I can't use. No tools. No tools, otherwise we can't use it. Oh no. What do we got here? A Terapagos using Dark Energy. Is that for Monkey Dory? Fan Rodom. Okay, just no tools. No tools on Genesect. Because then we're good. Yeah, I think this is going to be the big basic Bouffalant with Terapagos. Oh, they didn't have the tool. Thank goodness. All right, so we Arvin for Trolley, because get the rescue board, because I already have that. Just going to make sure. Yes. Let's Trolley for Dunsparce, Larvitar, that, and we're also going to make sure Pupitar's in there, because this could be good if they can only hit for 150. Don't need the rescue board. Put that there. And evolution 1, and then do I do the item lock? Or do I have time? No, we need the draw. We're going to go with the draw. All right, so there we go. We need the draw because we don't have... we need a Crispin. Right? We need a Crispin. Because Fan Rodom was here going to knock us out. And when Fan Rodom... Oh, they're going to Iono. That's actually really good. Because I need a Crispin. No! No Crispin? All right, the other thing I can do is I can Evo again. onto Pupitar and another Dunsparce. Do they have a way to switch out? Also, we only play 2 stadiums. So in the Stadium War, we're going to let them play the first one. And there it is, speaking of. I don't understand how that... All right, so Noctowl. Now that Noctowl is going to work because they have Terapagos. So they're probably going to get a switch and Buddy to get some more, or at least a Nest Ball. All right, so EXP share and a Nest Ball. Dead wrong. All right, so there's a Nest Ball. Well, I guess it was half right. Nest Ball. So there's their free retreater in Latias. They're doing the EXP share on Genesect, which doesn't let me now play an A-Spec, but we already did, so we're good. All right. They Iono'd. I did not get a Crispin. I'm going to be able to get a whole bunch of things here, and I need to find a Crispin. Dunsparce. All right, right here is where I need to find a Crispin. We're in some deep trouble. We're in deep trouble. No, we're not. Counter Gain, baby. Holy cow. We're also going to jungle. And they got rid of that. And I am going to boss because I don't care about this thing. I care about your giant attacker. Eva, we'll put the big balloon down. We'll put Dunsparce down. And I care about hitting this thing. Poison. It cannot retreat. No, that's the other one. I mix them up. It is confused and poisoned. So they can retreat out of it, but it's got some damage on it. And little baby Rodom can't hit me out. So, they're gonna boss the Larvitar, so they're scared. Which kind of stinks because I did put the big balloon down already. Alright, that's okay. Counter Gain's still active. So, we're gonna Arven. 4. I'm always afraid to do that Nest Ball. Rescue board. Where's Mimikyu? Mimikyu's there. Maybe we put up Mimikyu. So we Night Stretcher Mimikyu. Because we're going to knock this guy out anyway. Nest Ball Larvitar. Because they did not like that one. And we're going to put it on... I can either Pecharunt and lock it. Or go with Larvitar. I'm going to put it there. And now... hit this out. Yeah, it's poisoned. But it doesn't matter. We're gonna hit it out. It's poisoned and confused. Yeah, we're gonna knock it out. Boom. There it is. Excellent. Oh, it took 60 less damage because of Bouffalon. That's why it was only 10. I was wondering, which actually worked in my favor. That I did not realize. All right, so now we have a Tyranitar. We're going to use this poison thing as much as we can. They're going to Crispin onto it. Okay. They've got the 2 there. They're going to beat down. Cool. We're just going to now come up with Mimikyu. They're going to be confused. We're going to hit it for 70 every time. We're going to put the Larvitar down. Get some energy. There's nothing I can really do here. Kind of stuck. So, boom. Hit it for 70. It's poisoned, confused, and even that you cannot hit through Mimikyu. Let's go. Ultra Ball. All right, let's see. They got rid of a Noctowl. That's pretty crazy. So poison, confused. They really do not like that item lock. They also don't like Mimikyu. Now, we did not knock him out, so Fez can't be used. Scramble Switch. Oh, wow. And all they needed to do is attach an... You gotta be kidding me. And now they're going to Crispin. But the funny thing is they're going to go over the Mimikyu, and you have 2 choices. Oh, I'm in trouble. Cruel Arrow. Cruel Arrow can wreck this game up. Alright, we're going to have to confuse you. Wow, Cruel Arrow can wreck this game up. Perilous Jungle. Retreat. I mean, it's a good thing that they're going to be confused. I'm going to put this because eventually it might, the counter game might not work. All right, hit for 70. The Perilous Jungle doesn't work on it, but it is poison for 1 for 8. Okay. And now they would have to flip. There's no way they're going to get 2 hits in a row. I hope they don't get any. They're going to Iono. They're going to Iono themselves down to 2. That's pretty crazy. Counter Catcher. Yes! And when they get 1, I Iono them down to 1. They're going to try the confusion. They're going to fail. Oh, yeah. And now I got a rescue board. We're going to knock this thing out. There's T-Tar. I think we're done with T-Tar in this one. Retreat. We're just going to survive with Mimikyu. And there we go. I'm going to wait for them to take a knockout. And Perilous Jungle. It does just 1, right? All right, so they're going to get knocked out on the next one. No matter what. All right, so we got this cool loop. They both took out... They did not want to be item locked. All right, but we got a Counter Catcher to knock this thing out. My turn. There's Crispin. Counter Catcher to knock this baby out. Retreat. And 70. And now you can't use that. Boom. And we get 2 cards. 1, 2. Come on, I need something good. I need to set something a switch and more energy. No. All right, Latias. Did I use both? I got an area 0. Did I use both Night Stretchers? No, I only used 1. I got the Hoot Hoot. Oh, I think we try to boss that up. We got to boss up that Hoot Hoot. That'll give them everything they need. We got to get that Hoot Hoot right now. Buddy, buddy. All right, so buddy, buddy. Dunsparce. Do I need another attacker just in case? Just in case they pull some stuff. All right, what do I want in there? Oh, both Larvitars are there, plus Pecharunt. So, Larvitar, Pecharunt. Here we go. And now, I think I just Iono. Iono down to 2. Hopefully they don't have... There's Dunsparce. That's what I wanted. Dunsparce. Or Dudunsparce. Boom. Back in. Dunsparce. Boom. Oh my gosh. Alright, so we're going to get rid of these 2 to go get that Larvitar. Or, no, we're going to go like this to maybe get it next. Boom. Retreat into here. And now, Poisonous Play and bring up Mimikyu. All right, I only need 3, and it's actually good because if I get the next 2 the next prize, Counter Gain is not active anymore. But I already have 2 energy on it. We have 1 more Dunsparce. We have a Dudunsparce. And there's the Noctowl. They were able to find it. But what are they going to get? They can't Counter Catcher. They can't hit through Mimikyu. They can't use another supporter. What are they going to get? A research and a thing. All right, so maybe now we need to run the other Iono. Do I have an Iono? I do. We need to find it. I need to get him back down. And there's Fez. They're not knocked out yet. We do not want to give them that research. But then all I need is 1 card. And if I can find a boss after that. All right, Dunsparce. Runaway draw. I need a couple of Duns. Okay, here we go. Dunsparce. There. We are going to retreat. Come on up. And Iono down to 2 because we do not want them to have that research. Arven. Larvitar. Boom. And hit for 70. And there we go. Knocked out because of poison. I want to knock it out because of poison. Because we only need 1 card to go. We only need 1 card to go. Crispin and Ultra Ball. Okay. They're going to boss that. Alright, I got Crispin and... Alright, so we're okay. So 150. Alright, let me think. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. We take this. Okay, we do this. We go here. Yup. We go get the Accelgor. got it. We now crisp into it. Boom, boom. Doesn't matter. Put that down. Yup. Make sure the grass energies goes down. Yup. Retreat. Yup. And now I only hit it for 10. And that's not enough. So we have to do Mimikyu. They've already used the boss. Yeah, if I had the stadium. Okay, if I had the stadium, I would do Pecharunt. But because I don't have the stadium, I have to do Mimikyu. And if you can't get around it, here's what they would need. They would need a Crispin right now. Because then they can retreat. If not, I win. But they can retreat anyway. But I only need one card. And I can knock out anything. I think anything. But no, the two Bouffalons. I think I got him. I think I got him in checkmate here. And yes! We do got him in checkmate. The only thing we need to do is retreat. Hit him again. Confuse him. Hit him for 10 instead of. And now use Pecharunt, which will put in the extra damage of 60, which is 230, which knocks it out. And there was my Fez, the last prize. Woo, that was a great game. All right, Froakie, Lotad. All right, so what we got here? We got some things going on. We do have an Arven for next turn. We'll just leave it there. All right, so I have Crispin. Oh, I should have saved that energy since I had Crispin. No, I can retreat, but then I can't evolve this thing. Oy, oy, oy. All right, try bouncing. It is a Tails. All right, they don't have much since that was their second turn. I'm sorry, that was their first turn going second. So now let's get our trolley with, yeah, the Evo. We do need the Evo. Got the Evo. Boom. So I'm going to have to put it on here. We're going to have to retreat. So it's okay. I do have a Crispin later. All right, so we've got the Dunsparce. We've got that. Let's put one of these, one of those, and another Dunsparce. There we go. We've got all our one, and now we evolution. I'm going to evolution, obviously, this one plus a Dunsparce because I did not check if Pupitar was there. If Pupitar's there, okay. Maybe should have done that. But then I can use the Arven. No, we'll see. All right, so what do they got? They got Greninja already? No! I mean, they can just smack my board every time. If they're able to, don't know, no Crystal. Shinobi Blade. All right. Now, we're gonna confuse it and put up Pecharunt. All right, here we go. I think we're in good shape. We are in good shape. So here you go. And now we have a Tyranitar. Let's Crispin, because that is definitely the first thing I absolutely 100% need. And because there's nothing I can do without that, right? All right, so now let's Runaway Draw. Boom. There's the Perilous Jungle. That was a good hit. Let's Buddy for these two. And I can Arven Tyranitar next. All right. Hit for 70. Make them confused. Make them poisoned. And put up Pecharunt. There it is. All right, so that's 150 now. So confusion never goes away. They got to come out of the active. They can retreat out of it. And they have a Ludicolo. All of your Pokemon get 40 plus 40 HP. Okay. Plus 40 is fantastic. Confused. Heads. Why not? Smack me out. All right, we're going to Night Stretcher it back, though. And no, oh, wow. 240. What in the world? Oh, they attached the energy. I did not see that they had that. All right. So, we can Arven. Yeah, the confusion sticks. That is the good thing. All right, I have to Crispin. So we Super Rod. one of each of those. Nope, gonna need another one of these first. Okay. So I gotta get rid of... So we got a Crispin. Put them both on there. Boom. Now, it's unfortunate. Alright, so I have Pecharunt. Boom. I have to do it this way. I can't take the chance, because if I don't hit it, since I only have one, I'm in trouble. Here we go. And let's do it. Confusion again, but they cannot do Shinobi Blade. Or sorry, not Shinobi Blade. What? Mirage Barrage. Okay, there's 80. They are going to get knocked out in between turns if they miss. We need a Tails, or we just need a Tails. And I'm top decking. I've got nothing. I'm going to have to leave Pecharunt there. I am going to get a top deck and 2 prize cards if they stay. Confused. Tails. Okay, good. The other one really messed us up. Boom. Knocked themselves out. Off that. And I'm going to need like a Dunsparce. Okay, there's the other one. Need that. Oh, I can Crispin onto Pecharunt. Alright, we're actually not that bad. We Crispin onto Pecharunt. And now Pecharunt, they would have to, it is, your opponent is poisoned and they can't retreat. Poisoned and they can't retreat. That is key because now they take 80 damage. And then it's what, 170 more? Which means, yeah, I need to use Pecharunt next. So they can't retreat. Oof. We're playing with fire here on our draw. Alright, so they got another Chien PAL. There's a deck that's just gone. Alright, and boom, there's 80. They attach, but here's the thing. It's 90, but I get to put the extra 10. And now, put the extra 10. I'm going to get 2 more cards right now because of the poison. Now we're ahead. We only have 1 prizers down. That Shinobi Blade was that Mirage Barrage. We have a Mimikyu. Now we can't attack with the Mimikyu because I can't put enough in there. But we don't want to attack with Mimikyu. These two, between Pecharunt not making them retreat and Accelgor making them confused, it's a great combo. And Tyranitar milling plus item lock, it's great. I think they quit. Did they quit? They don't want to deal with the confusion or the can't retreat. All right, so the Frigibax comes up. Yeah, it looks like they couldn't handle all of the things we were putting at them. And we went down to a 0 card hand. Although we knew we were going to get a prize card. And here we go. Well, let's see. I'm going to retreat because I want to knock it out so this goes faster. Does it go faster? I don't know. But we'll hit it for 70. Bring up Pecharunt. They're confused. Doesn't really matter. Just boom. There's another knockout. So you can hit for 150 so easily. And if it's less than 150 HP, you obviously knock them out. If it's more than 150 HP, they are poisoned and confused. It's crazy. And now we wait until ptcgl says we're allowed to win because they left. And there it is. They're inactive for too long. 1 for 1 with this new version. All right, here we go. Growlithe with Dragapult. Okay. Hero's Cape straight up onto Growlithe. Wow. Well, I guess it turns into Arcanine, which then its damage is based. Oh, I needed that. Arvin. 4. Here we go. Trolley. Do I already have... Nope. Trolley and Evolution. Do I want to do it onto that one? Yeah, because if you knock me out, it's not a big deal. It's the Dunsparce. Trolley onto a Dunsparce. I have a Larvitar. Pecharunt. One of these and one of those. do I put the Mimikyu? Trying to think, or do I put the Mimikyu? You know what? We only need one for now, because when these Dunsparces... Alright, then we'll go here, we'll go there. We will get rid of that. Get these two. We'll place the energy here. And now, evolution. I want cards, and I need this guy as my attacker. Boom. There it is. Accelgor. Yes. Dunsparce. Yes. Okay. So now I need a Crispin. Otherwise I can't attack, and we just put up Mimikyu. What's funny is this guy's retreat is 0, so it's not going to take any effect until he goes back in. Oh, and they go straight into Dragapult. Okay. And they're going to Stoke, which is what? Search your deck for 2 fire cards. Put them on there. Boom. There's a fire. All right. I need... Let's go here, because I don't want to Iono. They obviously have nothing. So I need a Crispin. There's a Big Air Balloon. We can put that down on, let's see, now either Arvin, but then I can't do it. All right, so let's Iono. We're going to Iono and hope we run into, well, I'm not going to be able to do it anyway. There's a Crispin for next turn. So let's do this. Boom. Get rid of a Larvitar, get rid of a Crispin. Right? Go get Dunsparce. Dunsparce. Put that there. And now leave it there. And the reason I'm leaving there is they don't find an Arcanine. Well, even if they find an Arcanine, Arcanine's first attack. Okay, so they use Confusion. So what is, let's see his appeal. Switch one of your Pokemon based on the, if you do, the active is now confused. And I missed what they did, so we'll just go up with Dunsparce. We have the Crispin. It is my turn. There's another Crispin. Boom, boom. We Iono them into nothing, which is good. Right there. Right there. Perilous Jungle. Everybody go back in the deck right here. And now come up here. Could use a rescue board later. I've got an Iono. I don't need anything that's in there. You know what? Not Arvin. And we'll get another Crispin back. We only play 3, so now it's like we play 4. And boom. Perilous Jungle hit for 70. Come on up. Brute Bonnet hitting for another 80. Now let's hope they can't find it. Oh, with an Archaludon. This deck's nuts. What is this? They're going to Iono. Cool. I'll take 6 new cards. Only thing that stinks is rescue board is gone. Alright, there's the Pupitar, so we can start trying to item lock them. And then I can get a Dunsparce. They're going to Confusion. It is heads. What is it? It hits for 70, so I'm still alive. 80. Bye-bye. They're going to come up with our Duraludon, probably. There's my rare candy. But now I have a Pupitar. I might just have to attach Retreat. Because then I can knock this thing out. Alright, so Pupitar. Here. Thin a little bit. 4. 1 of each. There. Do I want to Iono and then take the chance on not getting an energy? 1, 2, 3. There's still 7 in the deck. I gotta find one. It would be real bad if I didn't. Well, because maybe I get the rescue board. I did find the rescue board, so now I don't have to... Whew, and an energy. What do I want to get back? No energy. Do I want to get back Mimikyu? Not right now. So what we're going to do is put this there. Retreat. Come on up. Boom. Hitting it for 40 because of resistance. Now I'm very curious to see what the numbers do. Let's see what the numbers do. 80. Okay. Do they have an Archaludon? Now they're confused and poisoned. So if they have an Archaludon, the poison goes away. I think everything goes away. All special conditions go away when you evolve. But they have only 180 HP left. They're going to boss. Okay. They're going to boss. I come up with Pecharunt. They're going to try to confuse. They're going to hit it. They're going to do Hammer In. Only for 30. I get the knockout. Boom. In between turns. So if they have a Fez, that doesn't work. I got another prize card. There's an Accelgor. I can put that right up. I've got a Dunsparce. I think we're cooking here. Tyranitar is ready to go. So what I think I do is I definitely confuse Dragapult. Right here, right now. The Dunsparce. The Dunsparce is going to have to take a hit here. It's unfortunate. All right, put that there. You're ready to attack. I don't need anything. Do I want to get the Mimikyu down now? No, it's just another target. Because I'm gonna try to poison this thing, confuse it and poison as much as possible with Pecharunt, because Pecharunt is the one I want to get back. All right, so there we go. It's already at 150. Now they're poisoned and confused. I got a couple Duraludon now. They're gonna try to do it. They can do the Dunsparce. The Dunsparce as an engine is pretty much gone. Yeah, we got to go put the 70 in. I did go with the 60 because of the free retreat, but I think we'll go with the 70 since this is the first Dragapult I'm facing, and maybe the free retreat. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna switch them next game. All right, so there, because that is kind of useless to take that many prizes. And now what we do is we put in Pecharunt. Here we go. We got rare candy. We get Pecharunt back. Yes, we can get Pecharunt back twice because now we have another Night Stretcher. I'm gonna put the energy here because it's not gonna get knocked out anyway, and hit for 70. Which now brings it to 250. They're again confused and poisoned. And Dragapult is now knocked out at 330. And all they have is two little baby Duraludons. Oh, wow. There's a lot of energy, which is good. I mean, I guess there's no point in really milling on this game. And, all right, so they hit for 30. So we're going to go hit for 150. Boom. And we're going to get the... Nope, we're going to get a Nest Ball. And might as well get the Counter Gain. Not that that's going to be useful, because now I can definitely do the Dunsparce engine, because there is no Dragapult in sight. So let's do this here. And now hit for 40. Because of the resistance. Bring up Pecharunt. Hit for another 80. Perfect. That's 120. And then they get knocked out in between turns unless they find an Archaludon. And there it goes. Confused. They're going to try to hammer in. Works again. That's okay. They're going to go in between turns. And we're going to come up with Tyranitar. Smack them for 150 and end this game. Maybe we don't go to the 60? Because Dragapult does have to go through confusion. I like the free retreat. I'm sorry. I do. I like the free retreat. We come on up with Tyranitar, do 150 damage. He's been waiting. There it is. 150 damage. No resistance needed. Milled 2 cards. And that's the game. Woo! All right, here we go. Last game of the day. It's in our pure Archaludon. Probably an Archaludon poison. But I know it's Archaludon. Let's see what they get. They do get Duraludon. Maybe it's not poison. Maybe it's straight up. Which means they probably got a lot of scoop. All right, so there they go with Duraludon. Artisan something. Dunsparce. Okay, we got a Dunsparce engine ourselves. Vengeful Punch only works when you get knocked out. We're trying not to knock him out. Only in between turns. Alright, so there's that. There's Artisan is going to help me. I One big thing I want to look see if Pupitar is here. We got all 3. We got the trolley. All right, we're good. We are good to go. Main things are here. All right, so we'll get a Dunsparce. It's not going to matter because we're going to Arvin for trolley. And let me see. I have an Evo, don't I? Yeah. So since I have an Evo, let's get the rescue board. Here we go. Another one of these. We've got a Larvitar, one of those, but I'm gonna assume we're gonna get knocked out. Put that there. Put this there. I'm gonna save it. The vessel. So we are gonna Evo. Boom, boom. And I just realized, did we prize the Pecharunt? So if we prize the Pecharunt, because now the next thing I need is going to be a Crispin. Got to find it. I've thinned a lot. Got to find a Crispin. Yeah, I did not see the Pecharunt, so I think we prized it, which is okay. Vessel, which means we try to go the item lock way. Why not? All right, this next card is key. Well, it also depends if they find their Duraludon or not. Archaludon. And they did. Okay. And there's enough. Yeah, there's 2 energy in there. Cool. All right, so we get knocked out. We have to find a Crispin. If we don't, we're in trouble. So, there we go. Find me a Crispin. Super odd, not it. Runaway draw. No. It means I got one chance to find a Crispin, which is this. And then, what do I have? All right, let's not run into energy. Let's get out of Super Rod. We could just, I don't need the Super Rod. Getting energy out. And let's do this. Nope, let's Artisan first for Mimikyu. Because we're going to stop them from attacking. Mimikyu's going to get our rescue board. Yeah. Mimikyu's going to get our rescue board. And there we go. That was it. They did. I was just about to hit one runaway draw. They have no way to deal with Mimikyu. Good call. So thank you again, everybody, for making all those comments to help me build this deck way better. I knew it had potential, and this was a lot more fun of a build than the one I was able to try to come up with yesterday. So craft the cards in PTCGL, play it, let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.